noise is devastating.
Alrighty, let me unmute that. Okay, if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and if we could also recognize our friends with Girl Scout Troop 77919 to help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance today. So whenever you're all ready.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you guys very much. So we'll call this meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Von Crooks.
Here.
Benedetti.
Here.
Kabawatten.
Present.
Hornbeck. Here. Perugi.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Rizeppa.
Here.
Quorum present, Mayor Rizeppa.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First item we have here is minute approval of the January 21st,
So moved.
2025
Support.
regular meeting. Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next up, we have public comment on agenda items. We'll ask that this portion of public comment is reserved exclusively for items on today's agenda. We'll ask all other public comment be reserved for later on in the meeting. Anyone wishing to speak, we ask that you begin with your name and address. Please direct all questions through me and limit your comments to 5 minutes. All right, not seeing any or on Zoom. Okay, we'll go now to our appointments. And I am requesting this body's approval of my appointment of Lance Lakowitz and Shelby Mardigan to the Downtown Development Authority for terms expiring February 1st, 2028.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Benedetti.
Yes.
Kabawatten.
Yes.
Hornbeck.
Yes.
Perugi.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Rizeppa.
Abstain.
Von Crooks.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mayor Rizeppa.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you all for your concurrence. For the next item, I will defer to Councilperson Hornbeck here for a DIA grant application and support.
Thank you. So after having our very successful art festival last year, we are going to do another one this year at a little bit of a smaller scale. But I was presented with an opportunity from the DIA to apply for a grant that would pay for an additional mural that we could have on a city-owned building. And speaking with our art consultant, Michelle Tanguay, we thought the Village Theater would be a great place. They have a beautiful wall. It's very well maintained and clean. But in order to apply for this, I have to have the support of the council. So I would appreciate a motion to approve an application for the participation.
So move.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. Thank you very much, Councilwoman. Next up, we have for SEMCOG, and I will defer to our SEMCOG delegate, Councilman Perugi, for our 2025 annual membership dues.
Move to approve the annual SEMCOG membership dues in the amount of $2,881.00 with funding from the account 101-101-958-000.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you, Councilman. Madam Clerk, if you don't mind taking the next one here, we have from Pickled LLC, the redevelopment liquor license application for 3360 West Jefferson.
Yes, before you is an application from Pickled LLC. They're asking your approval for a redevelopment liquor license, and this would be at 3360 West Jefferson. It's the former Trenton Lanes, and what they need is for us to pass a resolution approving or recommending the approval of their license to the Michigan Liquor Control Commission.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. And I'll just wanted to read a paragraph from this just so folks at home have an idea of what they're looking at doing there. As Clerk Devitt had mentioned, this is at the old Trenton Lane site. But the vision for Pickled is to create a unique pickleball and golf club within the Trenton downtown development area, offering an upscale experience reminiscent of a classic tennis club. Spanning nearly 20,000 square feet, the club will feature 6 pickleball courts, 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, a service bar, and an on-site store for pickleball equipment and apparel. With a focus on community engagement, fitness, and leisure, the club will cater to individuals of all ages and skill levels through memberships, classes, open play, tournaments, and events that we will have seating for. So yes, very excited to have that liquor license application in, and hopefully have things move forward there. So thank you all. All right, next up we have from Girl Scout Troop 77919 our cookie sale. Do you guys want to tell us about the cookie sale at all by chance? If you want to go up to the microphone, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's okay.
No, we all have to talk.
I'm not telling what to talk. Is that what you said?
Talking. You do it.
All right, I'll help you guys out. So it sounds like, do you know what day it is that you want to tell everyone that you're going to be selling cookies on? So would you say it's probably Saturday, March 15th, 2025, and March 22nd, 2025?
Yes.
All right, that's very exciting. And what kind of cookies are you going to be selling?
We are going to be selling. Girl, help me out. I don't remember all of them. We are going to be selling s'mores, tagalongs, thin mints, Samoas, Dositos. Yay.
Well, those all sound very delicious, and I know that I've already bought some, and by March I think I might be ready to buy some more. So we'll see. But so right now the Girl Scout troop is asking permission to sell Girl Scout cookies door to door in the city of Trenton on Saturday, March 15th, 2025, and March 22nd, 2025, under adult supervision and direction of the police
So
department.
moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion?
Great.
All right, it's unanimously so ordered. So good luck out there, guys. We hope you sell lots of them.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Yeah, no, you guys can go home. Don't worry. It's you don't have to feel like you gotta stay. That's okay.
Hey, did you forget something?
The pins. Awesome.
On the desk in
Wait,
front of you.
before you guys go,
Wait,
do have a
girls.
slight gift for each of you here too. So something's.
Yep. A pin to put on your vest.
There we go. We got City of Trenton pins for you all. Yeah, of course. Good
Yeah.
luck out there, guys.
Good job, girls.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And yes, if you
Somebody
guys
forgot
want to
their
come
coat?
back before you go out and sell them to remind everyone you'll be out there, feel free to do so. So,
Or bring
good
them
luck.
here to sell.
Yeah, exactly. Bring some with you too.
Somebody's coat, one of the kids. Or...
Yes.
Okay, we'll turn this now over to our city administrator for 2 items here. First up, approval of the JS VIG proposal to provide construction management services for the new police and fire stations.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Before you have a pretty comprehensive proposal with background information and everything outlining the upcoming police and fire station build. Approval of this motion will allow us to continue down the road of getting these buildings put up. It's authorizing $27,000 for the preliminary construction amounts and the first part of the phases, and then probably in April we'll have a more comprehensive laying out of things for your consideration and approval that'll also involve the architects. JS VIG has done a lot of work for the city in the past. As you know, they're also doing our water building over at DPW. And they've done a lot of work downriver, University of Michigan, a lot of different places with really good results. So I'm excited to have them come in and professionally run these projects. So how it'll work, just so council understands, because apparently I wasn't real clear on everything. You will still see, they'll do the designing and the speccing for any bids. So any work that we actually have done, hard cost wise or whatever, they will do the specifications for, they will solicit the bids, they will get the packages out, and those contracts will still come back to council for your approval. So we'll make sure everything is vetted and ready to go, but it'll really save a lot of time to have Mr. Vig and his company head this up, since they have so much experience with it. So I'm asking you to approve the construction management services proposal from JS Vig for pre-construction services in the amount of $27,000, and be it further resolved that the City Council directs the City Administrator to finalize and execute a contract with the proposed terms and conditions detailed in the proposal for construction management services after legal review, approval, and not to exceed the costs outlined within the proposal in the interest of the City of Trenton.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next one we have here, approval of Detroit Architectural Group / BKV Group for the design and engineering of the new police and fire stations.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Another big component of this whole project for the police and fire stations is the architectural group, and I'm pretty excited about it. You can see by the letters of support and everything, your chiefs are excited about it. And what we did is we advertised, as you know, a request for qualifications, and received 11 packages of interest. We whittled it down to 5 and then got it down to 2. And everybody was supportive of using the combination group of Detroit Architectural Group and BKV, which is out of Ohio. One of the nice things with this group is we have DAG that is local, it's downriver, but we have BKV, who is their partner in all this, and they have built countless numbers of police and fire stations in particular across the country, and design them, and they really are, the process they have for selecting best practices and what is needed, what isn't needed, and everything is actually very, very impressive. They've already been into town, toured our existing facilities, and met with us and gone over a lot of the preliminary stuff. They've started their surveying and everything. So we're pretty excited that we got the best of both worlds, where we have a local connection and we have what, in my opinion, is probably the preeminent police and fire station design team. I mean, they're going to have separate architectural teams designing each station, and that's where their specialty lies. So it's pretty exciting for us. So I'm asking you to approve the DAG / BKV as the preferred architectural firm for design and engineering of the new police and fire stations. Be it further resolved that the City Council directs the City Administrator to finalize and execute a contract after legal review and approval with the proposed terms and conditions detailed in the letter of intent, and not to exceed the costs outlined within the letter of intent.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean. Next up, our DPS Director, Mr. Sargent, request to purchase trash carts.
Thank you, Mayor. We are in need to restock our inventory of trash carts. Since 2007 and the inception of our automated trash collection system, we have purchased trash carts from Schaefer Plastics. Their product has proven to be durable, as many of the original 18-year-old carts are still in service. The new carts would be imprinted with the new City of Trenton logo. The price has decreased since our last order by $2 per cart. Therefore, I'm requesting authorization to purchase 611 trash carts from Schaefer Plastics in the amount of $33,562.50.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Councilman Kebelwatten.
Kevin, just a question. Why the decrease on a per cart basis? Is that like they're getting more out of the transportation, or did the actual unit cost
The unit
decrease
cost,
because of
so-
like petroleum costs
Yeah,
or something?
plastics are just like scrap steel and stuff like that.
Yep.
Prices go up and down, so.
Okay, good to know.
Councilwoman Hornbeck.
Are these the carts that are to be used for all, do they have like the interchangeable lids, or is this just trash?
Correct. So that's the other reason for staying with the same company. We have recycle lids, yard waste cart, and trash. They're all interchangeable.
And if a resident needed a new one, how much is the cart to purchase?
$65 to purchase one. If they break, we replace them at no cost.
Thanks.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Next up, Chief Anderson from the Fire Department here with the purchase of a 2025 Ford Maverick Hybrid.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. The fire department is in need of replacing our utility pickup truck. Currently, we're still utilizing the 2007 Dodge Ram two-wheel drive pickup truck. It has served us well over the years. However, it has come to a point where our maintenance costs on it are probably close to the same as what it's worth. And recently, while we were moving our hoses that we had just received through the grant, moving them to our better spot for testing, we developed or realized we have a very large hole in the bed of the truck in which one of our firefighters nearly stepped through while moving these hoses. So it came to the moment that we are at now where we need to replace this vehicle. What I'm proposing is to purchase a 2025 all-wheel drive Ford Maverick Hybrid. That will become the chief's designated vehicle, and the chief's 2021 full-size Ram truck will be then created into the new utility pickup truck. This is through the state MyBid government contract pricing through LaFontaine Ford of Lansing for $33,388, with the project not to exceed $39,000 for outfitting for lights and sirens and whatnot.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you,
you.
Chief. All right, next up, Chief Hawkins from the Police Department here with our interlocal agreement between the City of Trenton and the 33rd District Court for gun range usage.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight I'm seeking approval to enter into a written contract allowing the 4 members of the 33rd District Court team to qualify annually at the Trenton Police Department gun range. This interlocal agreement follows the format we require with other agencies that do use this, and this has been approved by the City Attorney. So I'm requesting the interlocal license for gun range use signed by 33rd District Court Administrator be approved.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief. All right, last item here. This is actually from myself. I'm asking I have a couple updates to our appointments of delegates and alternates here. I'm asking for this body's approval for the appointment of Scott Cabawatan as our alternate to the Michigan Municipal League, Rick Benedetti as the alternate to the Downriver Community Conference, Rick Benedetti as delegate to the 33rd District Court, and Timberbond Crooks as alternate to the 33rd District Court.
So moved.
With all others remaining the same. So moved and supported. Any further discussion? Councilman Kibwin.
Mr. Mayor, just a note that there's a typo on here. It's not the 333rd District Court on.
Oh,
It's-
you, Scott.
Expanded jurisdiction.
Just want to make.
We'll make sure it's good on the record there.
Yeah,
so
make
thank
sure we're going all to the same court.
Yeah.
I'll fix it right now.
'Cause
Thank
I don't
you,
know where
Scott.
that other one is.
Hopefully that 333rd one's someplace warm.
It's like the far northern part of Michigan.
Yeah, so cool. Thank you, Councilman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you for your concurrence there, too. Did we have any late items, Madam Clerk?
No, we do not.
All right, thank you. I'll kick it over to our Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman Benedetti, then, for our disbursements and statements and then reports.
Thank you, Mayor. Move to approve the authorized disbursements for February 3rd, 2025 in the amount of $1,764,895.80.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered.
Move to receive and place on file the Cultural Commission minutes from December 23rd, 2024.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you, Councilman. Sure. Right, other council business now. Just very briefly on my end, want to give a big thank you to Tim Beaker, Recreation Department, and then countless volunteers that and employees for that matter too, certainly, whose efforts went into making the showcase a big success this weekend. Always a huge event with like literally thousands of people coming into town for a whole bunch of hockey games over the course of a few days, and really does a lot for our local businesses and really get some extra exposure for our rank too. So really excited by all the good feedback that I got there. So just thank you to everyone who took part in that. And then additionally, before our next meeting, we will have my State of the City address next Thursday, the 13th, and I believe we're officially sold out ticket-wise. So excited to be able to brag about a lot of the good things that our departments were able to accomplish and highlight some of the really great things about our community from the past year, and hopefully look forward to more to come. So just thank you to everyone who's done an unbelievable amount of work in terms of the planning and preparation for that, from all the volunteers, along with Trenton Rotary, and our staff, etc. So looking forward to giving some good reports there. But that's all I've got for today, at least. So today, we'll get started with Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor. I really do not have anything this evening.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Bond Crooks.
Yep, I have nothing tonight either, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Councilman Benedetti.
Nothing, Mayor, thank you.
All right. Councilwoman Hornbeck.
Sorry, I'm going to ruin that for you guys. Actually, you covered 2 of my 3 points. I did also want to add that Trenton did win both of their games at the showcase, so good for them. I'm very excited about the Bougie Banquet. I'm sure our treasurer will have a few more updates for us on that. And also thanks to anyone who was able to attend Congresswoman Dingell's town hall at the Westfield Center. It was packed. They had to pull out extra chairs, and they were still standing in the back. I think we got a lot of good information. Good questions were asked about the DTE battery storage plant and some wind-up buildings problems as well. But I think between DTE, Congresswoman Dingell, and Eagle and EPA, there was a lot of experts in the room, and I think people left with a lot more answers than questions. So thanks for everyone who was able to make it.
Great. Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Perugia.
Yes, you already touched on thanking Tim, so I'll just ditto that, and I have nothing else.
Great. Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Cabawatton.
No, Mayor, nothing tonight.
Alrighty. Madam Clerk, do you have anything for us?
I'll just mention that our next regular council meeting will be on Tuesday, February 18th, here at 7 p.m. City Hall will be closed on Monday, February 17th for President's Day.
Great. Thank you very much. Madam Assessor, do you have anything? Nothing. All right. Thank you. Mr. Treasurer.
Good evening. Anyways, glad to be back with you all around this wonderful council table. And as alluded to, the Bougie Banquet is officially sold out, but guess what? I know a number, Kathy Kane's phone number, and if for tickets that are still coming in or a desire for tickets, we're finding space, but it has to be funneled through Kathy. And for those that are listening, Kathy's number for tickets to the Bougie Banquet for $35 is 676-9561. 676-9561. On that same topic, you saw the Trenton Times came out probably last week, and it indicated on the front page that the nominations for Trenton Night of the Year end tonight. Now, I assume it's open until 12 o'clock, so there's still time to submit your, I'm not sure if it's 200 or 500 word essay, but you can submit that Trenton Night. So that one, and oh, by the way, Mr. Mayor, hopefully you'll be presenting that Trenton Night of the Year.
Sure.
So
I'll be there. So.
That's very, very appropriate. On the treasurer side of things, just want to thank those folks that have stepped up and have paid their taxes. For those that haven't, you have till February 14th, Valentine's Day, to pay without a penalty. After that, there will be a penalty ascribed, but you do have until the 14th. The day before that, by the way, is the Bougie Banquet, which I want to thank a lot of the staff here, Angelia, Joni, Dean, you've been on top of it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Tim Beaker and Heather and a lot of staff people have been working on that, so we really appreciate that. Been out of town for basically a couple weeks in Ghana. We dedicated some wells, very, very pleased with that. Several Trenton residents were on that trip where we dedicated the clean water that they had none before, the dusty, very hot days in Ghana. 2 clinics were dedicated, and a dental clinic, and mostly, or a lot with the Howie Family Foundation funds. In fact, we had 2 Howie family members there, and I got to tell you, I couldn't have been prouder. I did have an occasion, and I'm almost done. I did have an occasion to sit with one of these dedications with the chief of a village, and we were discussing. His English was pretty darn good, and my Ghanaian is not good. But we're talking about chiefs and that I'm an elected official in our city, and that he wondered about the chief that we have. I said, well, he's not a chief. He's the mayor. He's the leader of the community. Anyways, he gave me something to pass on to you, and this is it. So I'd like to pass this on to you, but from one leader to another. So I'm going to run down there real quick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyways, this is for you.
Oh, holy crap.
That's great.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure. But you have to stand up for it.
Oh, absolutely.
And if I knew Ghanaian, I'd give you a Ghanaian
I trust
blessing.
you.
Okay. And there you go.
That's great.
Looks wonderful. Oh, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. Never a shortage of twisted surprises in this job, huh? So today has been full of them. So thank you again, Mike. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you for all that you do there. And the one person you did forget to mention, too, particularly about the Bougie Banquet, is thanking Mike McCullough for all of the work that he has put into that and resources he's helped marshal together. So yes, thank you very much for that. All right, any of our department heads have anything for us?
I just have a quick correction for the record. Councilwoman Hornbeck's question about how much the trash carts cost for residents. The cost is $75, not $65. Thanks, Madam Controller.
Any of our other department heads have anything? All right, see you then. We'll go right into public comment.
I got a question here.
Mr. Waganka, how are you, sir?
Hanging in there. You know,
Would you like to begin with your name and address, and please limit your comment to 5 minutes and direct all questions?
Only 5 minutes? Okay. 2753 Webster. Anyways, my question is, last week on TV, Channel 4 had a sign. People were out on 3rd Street carrying a sign that says, "Save Trenton." And then they said there was a meeting at Westfield Center, but they never said what the meeting about or what Save Trenton, what those signs were all about. And I was just curious, has anybody else seen those signs? It's on Channel 4 News.
So the only thing that might have been something old, like some old stock footage that they used or something, because there's at least nothing that I know about that I have seen. The only thing from Wednesday last week, Congresswoman Dingell had an environmental town hall in Trenton at Westfield Center where they brought in EPA and Eagle officials to talk about just some of the projects there. So that could have been something from years prior. I personally didn't see it myself, but at least nothing that I'm aware of
I saw
recently.
those signs and I said, "Save Trenton." Wanting to save us from being part of Canada or what?
Floating off into the sea.
Anyways, nobody knows. Okay.
So, yep, as far as I know, things are all right. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wiganga. We appreciate it. All right. Any other comment from the public today? We'll also look on Zoom here. Not seeing any. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved and supported for adjournment at 7:29 p.m. See you all in 15 days.